Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. All right, let's get it. What's going on for the week? Let's just say the 7th or the 8th of December, week of 2025. Aries, what's going on? Aries, Two of Wands, the Lovers, and the King of Swords. So you could be dealing with a Gemini first, because the Lovers is Gemini, and then, Aquarius, Libra on the back end. Is this a new beginning? Are you wanting to travel to see them? Could be maybe a long distance issue. Someone that you no longer have perhaps been dealing with. Maybe this relationship ended and someone wants a fresh start, a new beginning. I just heard lucky in love. Someone feels lucky in love, maybe to have met you. They're messed up. Okay, that's what it is. Someone feels really lucky that they have had the chance, the time, to be in a relationship with you, however long that has been, right? And whatever went down right here with this, you can see in the backdrop, it's like someone literally left the relationship quickly. It could have been you or this Gemini or Libra Aquarius on the back end. So someone's really messed up. I feel there's probably regrets. I mean, right? I fucked up. So what are you going to do about it? So are you going to make the decision to try to rectify it, try to figure it out? I really feel that it's really important, Aries, to figure out for yourself how you're feeling, if it is that you're messed up about this relationship, and what makes someone leave a relationship, What was missing? Was there an emotional detachment? Was there not enough time spent together? Not enough effort put into it? What makes someone want to go back? Is it comfort of knowing that person? Or is it, I really fucked up and I really want to make, a change? Can you, or have you realized that a change, anytime we have someone going out of our lives, a change has to happen, and it has to start with us first? Taurus. Eight of Cups, the Star, and the Five of Swords. So everyone seems to be really reflecting, which is a good time. It's the end of the year. Of course we're going to reflect. We need to reflect about those relationships that left our lives, right? Masculine or feminine. And do we feel hopeful or hopeless? While you're healing, you're feeling. That's what healing does. Excuse me. Healing allows us to really get into our feels. What does my heart say? What types of disagreements, arguments, the vision of the relationship that didn't work? We weren't on the same page. Why? What made someone? Was it pride? Did we have a fight or someone walked out of our lives because we wanted to have the last word? Too prideful is what I'm getting, actually. My way or the highway, really? So you're healing, and by allowing some time here, because you have the 8 of Cups, and you have an 8 here with the stars, a 17, comes out to an 8. So the 5, it dictates that whatever needs to change is about how you think mentally, how you speak, how you spoke to the other person, how they spoke to you. Was it disrespectful? I mean, really. So you're worried. There could be over-worrying about losing this person, and you're losing sleep over it. And the replay, because it says here, replaying events and thinking about you. Well, we have to really look at this card when we're replaying it. Seriously, look at that. Okay? Because the masculine's over here. So I'm going to tell you, the masculine Taurians, right, are replaying the whole history of the relationships, and saying, okay, so this person's healing, could be you or them, and this person's saying, wow, now I'm losing sleep about it, about this person leaving because I was too prideful, I was too aggressive. I wanted it, you know, I wanted it my way. I didn't see their point of view. I didn't hear them out. I didn't give them a chance. So I would try not to overthink it. But honestly, what part of this, truly, this is the end of the year. So self-reflection of the endings of whatever has happened over the course of this year is happening right now to everyone. And everyone needs to take full responsibility for it. Not saying that the other person's not has some, you know, active blame there, but we need to look at it as the mirror reflection of what did we partake in that makes this so, you know, worried that you're staying up all night thinking about it and replaying it all. You know, Gemini. Gemini, like spa day, Gemini. It's time to take a spa day and put yourself first. I just heard, put yourself first. Look at this. Oh my God, absolutely. This is like, let's go out and enjoy ourselves, right? Let's enjoy life. Let's be still and know that we are healing. Some of you are healing the child within, but I also feel like Spirit saying loud and clear, loud, speaking to you loudly about utilize your time like you did when you were a kid. Go places, do things. Don't wait for others to make you happy when you and I both know that we can make ourselves happy. Some of you are seeing morning doves. If you're doing spa, anything like going to the spa, take yourself on a little, you know, a little 4-day getaway. Why not? Maybe you're planning it. Why not? Maybe you went and got your annual checkup, right? And, you know, labs came back. Hello, labs came back great. Everything's really good, copacetic, and now it's time for you to enjoy your life. Be free. Some of you have the freedom to do whatever it is you want. So when you look at your lives, Gemini, seriously, let's look at like what makes us happy. Do that. Go be, do, and act as the child within wants you to. You're transitioning into that butterfly. And what do they say about butterflies? Butterflies are free. So some of you single, it's like, hey, you know what? I'm not going to complain about my life right now because I can do whatever I want. While someone else may have a sex addiction. This could be someone who said, I have this addiction, right? I mean, God forbid you were with someone who had an addiction to sex. But if that's the case, someone could have gone to get checked, just saying this could be like a smidge of you. You went to get checked because someone said, hey, so, you know, go get checked. So, I might have something. Oh my God, herpes. I don't know. STDs. Oh my God. I got to take one more. I think that you came out clean, and that's why you have the sun here. I mean, seriously, it's karmic, yeah. Some of you, if you were in a relationship with a karmic, you were like, they were just, you know, it was all about sex. I mean, and honestly, you and I both know, if you don't already, Gemini, that, you know, yeah, sex sells, but sex is just the external. You haven't even touched upon someone's heart. You're just wanting to have fun, or they do. You know, so think about that. How much of that do you really want in your life? And have you experienced it to the point where you're ready to move into something, you know, that has a little more, a lot more, I should say, texture, right? All right, Cancers. All right. I don't know why. I just heard celebration of life. Okay, I'm going to take these 4 because they came out. You can't see these, so let's go like this. Okay. So we have 3 of Cups, 5 of Cups, 7 of Swords, and King of Pentacles. So I am not sure, but perhaps Cancers, you are mourning perhaps the loss of a friend, a family member. It could be we're hitting an anniversary date of someone who's passed on, crossed over. Maybe you're going to the cemetery for some of you, but for others of you, I feel that you're working alongside a lot of people. I do feel someone got attached to someone at work. I don't know why I'm hearing the well, I see grapes. Okay, so health-wise, because this is Virgo as well as Taurus, Capricorn, but health-wise, maybe you need to eat more fruit, start being healthier. Maybe the over excess of, you know, drinking. Maybe instead of drinking wine, maybe drink water. You know what I mean? It's like, it could be that time of, I know it's that time of year where we're partying it up, whatever, but not everyone parties it up with alcohol. Do you know what I mean? I feel someone is looking back at what they've lost. They've loved and lost. I do. If you were in a third party, or there was a third party, or you were interested in 3 people, I feel like whomever stayed was worthy of your time and effort, which you already know. Look at happily single. Interesting. So you may be dating and letting it just be chill, but I think that the underlying issue of this card saying you're happily single and looking around, and, you know, I feel that there's more to it than what meets the eye here. I do. I feel like, you know, you feel like you're stress-free, everything's great. You may be working really hard and working on, you know, your money and your job, but at the end of the day, it leaves you empty. For some of you, it's leaving you empty. It's like you may be asking, Cancers, for some of you, you may be asking yourself, is there more to this than that? Is there more to life than that which I've already suffered from? If it is a loved one crossing over, that it took maybe someone crossing over to realize. And sometimes that does happen, right? Or we get a health scare or something like that, where it's like, oh my God, you know, everything changes when that happens. So for some of you Cancerians, you know that life is short. And I feel that I am going to say it. They want me to say it. If you have a mother or a grandmother that you were close to, Cancers, and you're dating, I feel like you're wanting to get more insight or downloads about the person that you lost and maybe who raised you or you didn't have enough time with. And I'm feeling, Cancers, that you're experiencing the dating scene because of maybe missing a female figure in your life, where maybe it was more masculine and working and making money and doing that versus, wow, you know, I got to take a look at myself because I'm missing that femininity of who I am in my home, in my house of within. So if you are searching for your emotional self, it could be because you're missing someone that was very close, a close bond from your past. I hope that makes sense. Okay, Leos. Wow, Leos, 10 of Pentacles, Wheel of, wow, karmic, Leos, karmic, inheritance. Some of you are traveling. Some of you are receiving an inheritance and you're like, I'm out of here. It's like, I just got paid, you know, that kind of thing. Or I just got this lump of money. You could have won it. You could have been, I don't know, you could have been in Vegas gambling, right? And now you're like, oh yeah, I'm taking a break. Some of you, you've made your money, let's say. Some of you have made a considerable amount of money. You could have been selling your home or interested in selling. Maybe you are selling and you're going somewhere else, maybe moving closer to family. But whatever, or you're visiting family. But some of you are taking a vacation. I mean, of course, it's the holidays, so a lot of us are going to see family, right, that live at a distance. But you are also very comfortable financially where you can do it. Some of this could be, you know, you inherited money, you could have won it. Like I said, you could be on vacation and you won money. I mean, you know, it's not like it doesn't happen. Oh, wow. Police station. So be mindful of this. This is a heads up. So Leos, some of you could be really having a great time, right? Hold on. Excuse me. Drinking and driving. Be mindful. This is interesting. Someone's showing you, I'm so sorry. Someone's showing you this is a karmic, okay, a situation, listen to me, Leos, a situation in your life is repeating again with the people in your family, in your life, with your family. So there's a cycle of repeating where you're seeing yourself once again in the same situation as you did before. So you're on vacation. Let's just say it's the holidays. Come on. Let's just go there. It's the holidays and you're like, you've had a few drinks, you know, and you're not even thinking, and you get in the car and you can get a DUI because it happened before. That's just a hypothetical. I'm using that as an example. So be mindful of, you know, what you're doing so that you don't get pulled over. You could be speeding. You could be rushing because you're late for a gathering or you're late to get there. Something's going on, so be careful. Yeah, there's a sense of maybe you're rushing. This is a soul searching. I feel this card is more soul searching than anything because of the mirror. So there is a sense of events taking place this week that are going to bring you back to a time in your past where the same thing happens again, where you get a ticket, you get pulled over, you're speeding, you're late, you're drinking, you didn't think about it. Got it? If you're going with friends, family, what have you, just be mindful. That's what this is. Some of you need to be still, meaning slow down a little. Slow down. Slow down. Whether it's literal or figurative, Leos, because you may be in a rush to get somewhere and you get a ticket. I feel it's speeding or a DUI, something like that. So just be mindful, right? It's the holidays. I get it. What if the DUI is the other person's drinking and they hit you? Just saying. I'm just putting it out there because I hear it. All right, Virgo. Death, Two of Wands. I kind of feel that this Death card wanted to come first, obviously. Two of Wands and Seven of Cups. So, Virgo, the end of a relationship, perhaps with a Scorpio, moving on, someone's moving, like moved out, moving on. We're done, right? The relationship's over. Someone left. And now, perhaps the way they left is causing you to ask yourself, well, you know, what part of me didn't work with them, and or vice versa. Maybe someone's really thinking about, well, they checked off 7 of those 10 boxes. I mean, seriously. They checked off 7 of the 10. And maybe some of you are confused as to why it ended. It's like, okay, I didn't do anything wrong. I have no idea why it ended. Right? Someone just, you're heartbroken and you may be confused as to why someone said, I'm out, I'm done. Bad news. If you are going to inquire, if you're calling an ex, just saying, if you're calling a feminine, maybe Scorpio, Virgo, you're going to get, like, they're going to tell you the truth of why they left, and it may not be to your liking. And I'm going to tell you what they're going to tell you. For some of you, they're going to say, you were the closest person to what I considered my whatever, soulmate, soul connect. And you really ruined it for me. Some of you, okay, someone's going to say you ruined my life. I'm sorry. I do feel that. Someone's going to say you ruined my life because I had such high hopes. I had high hopes for us. I really thought you were the one. And someone's going to tell you, well, I mean, they don't feel the same way. Divine Feminine. Look at that. Someone's going deep into their feelings and saying, you were the wish that I always wanted. You were the one I always wanted. And, or that's the news. The news is, maybe it's old news. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, it's really not news because the person left. And they did leave for a reason. Sometimes, okay, when we love someone so much that it hurts, it's time to let go so they can be happy and find their happy place with whomever. And that is unconditional love. So I think that, Virgo, if someone let you go or you let them go, you know, you may be really heartbroken because that happened and that you're still in love with them, and whatever, you know, whatever, you know, this, whatever happened in the relationship, right? Whatever went down where someone couldn't stick around, or you had to let someone go because it wasn't fair to them. That's unconditional love, right? When you really care and love about someone, you won't drag them down. You will release them and say, I send you love and light, and I pray that you find your true happiness. You know, that's when you really know you love someone. Okay, now I'm hearing, right, Brian, is it Brian Adams? When you love someone, I'm hearing that song. Okay. Libra. Libra, what is going on with your heart? Healing your heart from a lot of crap. I'm telling you, some of you, I attest to this. I can attest to this. Some of you have so many outside influences influencing your trying to heal, where you still have drama around you, where you still have exes coming back, wanting to say, I'm sorry, where you have all this drama. You're being pulled in all these directions, and all you want to do is say, you know what? I just want to stay home and chill. You might have someone who, you know, you had no idea has issues. You know what I mean? You may have dealt with a group of people or one person. Could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio here. That is all drama driven. And it's like, oh my God, you know, I just want to heal and have hope for the future. You know, if you're going to say you're sorry, great, but that doesn't dictate that, you know, there's not an underlying current. I'm hearing an underlying current of, you know, issues. Like if someone comes back, Libra, and says, I'm so sorry I treated you this way, like, is there an undercurrent of like more drama behind it? Why are they saying, like, do they really mean it? That's what I mean. Do they really mean it? They're going to say you are their wish come true. And you could have wished for this person to be the person, to be your person, right? So, 5 of Wands. Of course, I'm not going to leave you hanging. Someone might have, but I'm not. Someone could have blocked you or will block you, or they already did. Someone could have texted you or getting ready to text you. Hold on. Look at that. Someone could be saying, I really had a good time with you, that you already blocked in the past. Let's see. Someone's ashamed of how they acted toward you. Yeah. It's like, I really treated you like shit. It's one of those. It's like, okay, so Libra, you were like holding this person to high regard. Like, right? They were your person. You prayed, you wished, you hoped, right? And this person feels now, as they're coming in, perhaps with an apology, I really fucked up. I'm really ashamed at how I treated you. I didn't realize what we had was so special. You could have blocked them, or they could be blocking you, or, you know, they're coming back to say, I really, you know, I feel terrible. I feel I was in the wrong. They could be admitting they were in the wrong. So the question is, what are you going to do about it? Right? Because this is the end of the year. This is when they, meaning the ones that treated us so poorly, the ones that are now regretting losing the Libra. And here you are healing. I'm not saying you don't feel the same way. Like emotionally, you may still really want this to be with this person. But I would not just, Libra, I would not just hear them out. I would say, if this is someone you really have love for, what are their intentions? Let them show you first. Because talk is cheap. And we're not doormats. Absolutely not. So, heal your heart, Libra, by not accepting crap from anyone. We're like 2026 for Libras is like no more nicey. I'm not saying we're not going to be nice, but you know, boundaries are totally exist for Libras. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do a reading for what is going to happen, where we see ourselves headed, not with whom. It's going to be for ourselves. What we ourselves want from ourselves to better and to reach our higher selves this upcoming year. How do I get to be the best version of myself? I'm going to do that read before the end of the year. All right. Scorpios. You have Leo, Aries, Sag here. If you're dealing with someone, Leo, Aries, Sag, or you have that in your chart, then that's you. But wow, you're being seen. Scorpios, you're being seen, you're making money, you're single, you're happy, you're going out with friends. Oh yeah, look at that. Some of you are buying a whole new wardrobe, going out, getting ready for the new year. Some of you are changing your looks to be seen differently. Not necessarily that you have to spend a fortune. I don't feel that. I actually feel less is more here. I'm feeling this with the feminines, big time. I feel like you're changing your physical selves to be more attractive with less. Does that make sense? It is about less makeup, less jewelry, maybe a more, authentic, if you will, look to yourselves. I like that. Some of you are trying to get over a karmic relationship. Got it? That, oh, wow, this karmic was your twin flame or is your twin flame. All right. I don't know if you're still with someone. If you are, this could be, and I'm going to say it. This is interesting, Scorpios. I'm going to say it. You had a karmic relationship. Let's just say you went from a karmic to a twin. Some of you left a karmic relationship to go for a twin. Does that make sense? I love that. Let's go to the twin for Scorpios. Wow. You know who I'm talking about. Oh, the wise one, right? Look at the owls. You know. You know who I'm talking about. So we don't have to like settle the score. Let's go for the karmic. Who's the karmic? Oh my God, the karmic turned into a twin. Are you kidding me? Scorpio. A karmic relationship turned into a twin. Without even, like, I don't know. I feel that you started seeing someone for whom they really represent, for who they are, truly, and what they bring into your life, and or it's you, right? You already know who this person is. I don't even have to tell you. And you know how, okay, so this, aside from the physicality, the change maybe for the feminines, changing your hair, being more simple, right? The simple things in life. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I feel that some of you Scorpios did not realize that your karmic tie to someone who is a twin, who was I feel you felt, okay, I digress. A soulmate that you had a connection with, you thought it was a soulmate and it's actually a twin. Does that make sense? Got it? And how did that change your vision of them? I'll tell you how and why. Because I feel that you were not able to see someone's ability and or their ability to see you as like putting yourself out there, or they are out there in the public eye, or whatever they do for a living, what they do for work, they're in the public eye, and maybe you got to know them better while you're not with them than when you were with them. I hope that makes sense. Wow, that's like off the chain. And it's off the chain cool, because looks can go. Looks are deceiving, right? Looks are deceiving. But when you really, really see someone for their abilities and what they do and what they bring to the table, and or they see yours, I mean, literally, the sky's the limit. Wow, what a read. That was a great reading. Good for you guys. Let me know, for sure. Saggies. Moving, packing, going here, going there. Some of you have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in your chart, or you're dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Oh, some of you are thinking of moving in together. I love it. And committing to one another, leveling up in a relationship. Some of you may have someone who you want to live together with. Some others of you were already paired up with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. That was a marriage. You were married to them, and you had to move on from them. I feel as if you have been fortunate. Some of you have 3 kids, just FYI. Some of you feel very fortunate to have this person still in your life. I'm just going to say it. I feel like you were, over the years, Saggy, you've been dealing with a Gemini, then Libra, Aquarius on the back end, but typically a Gemini. We have Taurus here too. But what has changed in this relationship or ex-relationship is that you have been able to get past the animosity and get past the resentment. Maybe not the regret, but you have been able to get past a lot of the stuff that you needed to heal from in this relationship. And now I find that you're working better together. It's, it's true. It is. Sometimes getting away from us, not being, you get divorced and you're not with that person any longer, but you do have maybe kids with them or whatever. And then, after all is said and done and time has gone by, you end up realizing, wow, okay, so we can actually be friends now. We can actually talk to one another with respect and be adults and not have any, backlash. You know what I mean? Bumping heads. See? I feel like this is what this is. I feel like in the past you have had disagreements, maybe about the kids, how we're going to raise the kids, who's going to take, whose time is going to be more, who's more like busier at work, and how much can I put in the effort with the kids, or how much time now that's past can we get over it? The bumping heads. That's what I felt in the beginning. We're not bumping heads as much as we used to. We're actually talking like civil adults about responsibilities that we have. And I do feel that if someone has been drinking their sorrows, that is why you've been bumping heads. I feel like maybe it's time, Saggy, or they're going to tell you, or you're going to tell them, hey, listen, I really love you, but, since we haven't been together, now I can tell you, maybe without, resentment and regret, how much your drinking has affected or did affect our relationship. Or maybe now that our relationship is over, you're drinking too heavily, and I just need to bring that to your attention because it does affect maybe the kids. Seriously. So I do feel that someone is helping you, Saggy, or you're helping them. I feel it's more you're helping them. I do. I feel you're helping someone get out of their own way by, like maybe you didn't want to deal with this ex because, they really hurt you, but now they want to help you. Does that make sense? I feel someone is back in your life, not as a relationship back, as a responsibility to tell someone, because you have kids with them, that, listen, for your own health purposes and life purposes, I need you around to be the mother or father, a good parent for our kids. I really need to kind of like finally tell you without you freaking out that, you really have to watch your health, your drinking, etc. So someone's going to tell you that, or you're telling someone. I do feel heavily on you're telling your ex that, since you guys have been split up and whatever, they're going downhill. They're going down the rabbit hole. So for the purposes of children, it's important and imperative that someone listens to that advice and that help. Capricorn, getting ready to go. But what are you worried about? What are you worried about? Let's see. So Capricorn, some of you are headed toward an Empress, or you are the Empress and you have someone coming toward you, but someone's coming toward you with hesitation, questioning whether they should, overthinking it. Maybe it could be the mother of your kids or what have you, but I do feel that someone's having a slight of hesitation whether or not they should come visit you, even have at this point a convo with you. like they want to move forward, but they don't know how. They want to make an impression, they don't know how. It doesn't have to be an ex. 7 and 3 is 10. You might have, Capricorn, you may have someone that you just met and they're freaking out. Like, I really want to come see you. Is it too soon? I really want to ask you out. Is it too soon? I'm overthinking it with this Empress. You could be dealing, Capricorn, with Taurus, Libra. So I'm going to tell you the best part of any question whether or not to do something or to go for it is probably to get out of your mind about it, get out of the worry, the extra stress, the extra anxiety. This is all going to, this could implicate a bad, you know, like not a, like a conclusion that you don't want. Do you know what I'm saying? So try to follow your heart instead of overthinking. Look at, you're fed up. That's because, that's what I mean. Someone's fed up. I get it. And they're overthinking the situation. But that could be a self-sabotage here. Someone's showing you and it's freaking you out. Okay, Capricorn, listen to me. Some of you, it's intimidation. You may be intimidated by an Empress, or you're the Empress and someone's intimidated by you, more likely, right? Someone sees the opportunity, but they're so fed up with, maybe if you're dating someone and this person comes into your life or you see them from a distance. Look at this. It looks like, am I doing it right? Here, like this. This is how it looks on the table. Someone's watching from a distance, this Empress. Or it could have been someone watched, you know, baby mama, whatever, walk away, right? And someone could have been, this Empress could have been totally fed up and you're stressed out or they're stressed out because they want to reach out, or you do. I feel it's you. I do feel that you want to reach out, Libra first, and then Aquarius, Gemini on the back end. I feel that this Empress, Capricorn, showed you, you have also dealt with, I'm going to say Libra, then Aquarius, and then Gemini. I feel like you're overthinking that someone kind of called you out on some shit. So the relationship could have ended. They called you out and you're like, now I want to come back and rectify it, or I don't want this person to be fed up with me anymore. I want to live in the moment. Yeah. So I do feel that you're overthinking. Some of you Cappies are overthinking a relationship that whereby someone showed you exactly the worst case scenario. Like I said, the conclusion happened exactly the way you were freaking out about. And it did happen that way, meaning they walked away, they left, they said they were fed up. You could have sabotaged this by overthinking and not just living in the moment and enjoying and appreciating this person's time with you. It's like, chill. This Empress knows how to chill. It could be you. And you're dealing with someone who's totally, you know, the mirror has two faces. The mirror has, let's chill, let's live in the moment, instead of the mirror showing you how worry and self-sabotaging can ruin a relationship, and that's what happened. Someone finally walked away because they couldn't take it any longer. someone, I mean, you could have been in a relationship where you thought, I'm going to say it, you thought, because this Nine of Swords is not a joke. You thought someone was doing shit behind your back, or you're side hustling and you didn't express to them that you're doing like DoorDash or Uber or something like that. And you didn't want to tell them that you were worried about money or something. And they're like, you're always working, you're always here or there, everywhere, but you're never here. Someone's calling you out, or you're calling them out about never living in the moment and always going here and there, trying to make, trying to hustle. Work, right? You're hustling. You're doing this. You have your hands in all these different things. But the Empress wants you to slow down and live in the moment with them. Instead of, and what your worst nightmare came true. They left. Because we have to understand the external show of not living in the moment. We lose people in our lives by not just sit back and enjoy, or let's go on vacation, or let's do something, and you're always working and you're never around. More money, more accolades, more this, more that, and then someone left. Okay, Aquarius. Well, look at self-sabotage. You could have been, Aquarius, you could be dealing with a Capricorn, or you have Capricorn in your chart. Yes. So, self-sabotaging Aquarius, a situation that has long been over, time's run out for someone. Yes? You could have spent, maybe up to 2 years, 10 months to 2 years. Okay? Let's just say a year or two with someone. And you're like, I'm done. I'm out of here. Someone sabotaged the relationship, and by not putting in the hard work and effort to keep a relationship together. But unfortunately, Aquarius, this person was your wish and dream come true. This is your card. It's the Star card. So that's like, what is it? Stuck between Aquarius, a rock and a hard place here of what comes next. Yep, under pressure. Absolutely. You have anxiety, time's running out. I said that, time's running out. I feel that time already did run out, or it could be with someone new. So you could have left a relationship that you were really wishing, or you are in a relationship that you feel like you could go the distance with this person, but now, over time, there has been very obvious, instances where you're like, you know what? The decision to either walk, do you stay or do you go? Do you stay or do you go? That's the question, Aquarius. Because time's running out in terms of, I think, some of you, I feel that time's running out to be in a stable relationship that you really want to be in. Yes? And someone's not putting in the work. Hence, I'm going to say that you could have gone from one relationship that someone did not put in the work, and now you're in another that they did the same. Because they're workaholics, perhaps, whatever. And be careful. Speeding tickets. I am going to say speeding ticket is here. Because someone's on the road. Also, be mindful of getting like a flat tire. Check your car. Check your car. And I'm going to say it. You could sabotage being late for work and under pressure by getting a speeding ticket because you're late, or your car breaks down because you didn't take care of it. Something about that. So you really need to take care of your car and the tires. It could also mean, in addition to that, it could mean the sabotaging of a relationship that seems to be going nowhere. And you've been in something long enough to know whether or not to stay or to go. I mean, it is the end of a year where we are needing to surrender and let go. And part of that letting go, Aquarius, means we have to let go how we dictate to others how they treat us, how we want to be treated, and how much we are going to put up with. Especially, you know, you're an Aquarian. Aquarians typically don't put up with a lot of shit. They don't. And of course, you could be messing with your hair, or you could be a hairdresser. Just saying. You could work in a salon. I do feel that you just have to be really mindful of not sabotaging your future in the upcoming year. I am going to do a 2026 upcoming of what we need, how we need to change to become the best versions of ourselves for the next year. All right, and Pisces, let's go. Pisces, new beginnings after carrying a lot of crap. You've been carrying a lot of other people's crap, and it's now time to say no more, right? You've done your due diligence. You really have. This year, Pisceans have really outdone themselves. You have given to so many your energy, by the way, your attention, your help, your love. It's not that we don't want to give our love and attention and help and be there for others, but it has ended up to be a year exhausting you at the end of the day, right? So this is, I'm going to say it, Pisces, this is a year where it's all about what you want in life. Start moving through your life with a new vision of what you want from yourself first. And then it's just like it is. They're showing me. It's like you're on the airplane and you put your seatbelt on first, and then you put the kids' seatbelts on. You have to be, Pisces, 100% before you, which is your lesson, before giving of yourself so effortlessly to everyone else. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it has exhausted you. And it's time to really be a little more, maybe for some a lot more, but to be much more in your own energy. Take the energy and run with it as new energy is going to start your year, right? By not giving so much of your energy to others. And by looking at yourself as, you know what do I want to do? What do I want? What do I want? Where do I want to go? It's all about you in the upcoming year, Pisces. Look at, you've been under pressure, massive pressure of taking on everyone else's stuff. Like, I have deadlines. I have, issues that I'm dealing with others, their issues, and I have to deal with it. Like, over the course of this year, Pisces, we've had, you taking care of kids or grandkids and always putting them first. And I'm not saying that kids shouldn't come first, but if you lose your energy, you run out of gas. You run out of oil. Some of you need to do an oil change and or check your pressure on your tires. Just saying. That just came out. I mean, you have to think of you first and foremost. Some of you may find out, wow, okay, I'm going to say it. You're going to freak out. Some of you, a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio gets the girlfriend pregnant. And you're like, oh my God, there's another pregnancy and I got to probably fund it. Not bad. Just, I'm like, you could be a grandparent. You could be finding out that one of your kids is having a kid, but your kid's still a kid and you're shocked. Oh my God. Some of you are getting pregnant. Just saying. If you are already pregnant, then you need to slow down. You're doing too much. Just saying. Some of you are trying to get pregnant and it's been a constant no, and then this month it's a yes. Some of you are really like time's running out. So you've been really focusing on getting pregnant for some of you. And congrats. Some of you are definitely going to get the shocking news that you are pregnant. I feel that's a yes. I just want to ask before I close up. Look at that. They're not showing me. You're like wondering. Some of you are still waiting for the yes. Yep. Some of you are waiting to find the news out. That's what they're saying. Yep. Look at that. Oh my God. They're not going to tell me. They're not. Spirit's like, I don't think we should tell. Two of Swords. Is Pisces getting pregnant or not? Okay, some of you, the answer could be no. Some of you could have regrets that when you could have, maybe, I'm just going to say, you could have had a past pregnancy, and for some of you, you regret not going through with it. Or you lost a child. Like you lost a miscarriage. You had a miscarriage. Some of you could be having a miscarriage. I send so much love and light to you. If you are trying to have a child and you feel time is running out and you're stressed out about it, let me just tell you, once you let go and give it up to the universe, give it up to God, let go and let God. The second you stop worrying about it, you're going to get pregnant. Okay. A collective for the week. Neptune. Oh man. Illusions. Intuition, fantasy, our dreams. Be mindful of your dreams. Be mindful of being disillusioned by things that may look good and they're not. By what others say, daydreaming, fantasy. So, people talk a big talk, but be mindful of how Neptune can make something so magical and mysterious. And for some of you, it is. And for some of you, it's the creation of illusion. Got it? So it is a Piscean flair, no doubt, to this card, where sometimes we think one way and it's another. Yeah, right? We're in like La La Land. All right. I don't know. Some of you watching La La Land. Okay. I love you guys. Have a great week. Take care.